Monica, enakuna sikuna ba, hena kena binaka, shikomina, hanikana fa, bigana sekenesa, migana, bugoleko, nekata, she, konash, and na she be the skin. Bikona, bikona saka, sekone. Morning, my brothers and sisters around the globe on this big earth of ours that we need to control. This is your gracious host, Humam Abdulmalik, a Blackanized report, a global report, a local report, an national report. And it's about our conditions, circumstances, and situations, eternal, external, all those relations. The relationships that we must build a relationship around the globe, beginning with ourselves. We must establish a relationship with ourselves first by purifying ourselves in our temples, changing our thinking, and coming in alignment with our spiritual essence and divine essence, which is our blessings in this realm and dimension. Oh, what I want to say today, I will be very short, even though it's the last day of the week that they give us and all that. What I want to say, what I want to talk about today is the Sankofa Conference. I want to talk about that this occurring on November the 16th at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, our time at Martha's table. We'll be talking about unification and connection between our brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa in a way that we will be in connection with each other economically, socially, culturally, where we can develop more than just spiritual and culture objectives with each other. We must come back together in the essence of peace and love for each other. We must do that immediately. Right now, I'm talking about. It should have been yesterday. We shouldn't have got this far away from each other. The ones was in Africa that they brought over here, we shouldn't allow them to do that, but it's done. It's a done deal. So we got to heal from that situation. We got to just heal from that situation and make it a better situation for us. The way we do that is by unification, by communication. And our communication need to be in a way that we articulate our problems to each other and we be problem solvers and overcome our problems with solutions. So this Sankofa conference will be exactly about that. It will be articulation on our nation worldwide to come together underneath one banner. See, we can't deal with being divided nor conquered through the methodology of our natural enemy no more. We have to come together with purified minds, bodies, and souls. We got to purify our temple. First and foremost, we purify our temples. We change our thinking and come in alignment with this divine spiritual energy that's prevalent now in this day and time. We have to do that. We must do it. And dealing with it on that spiritual divine level, we deal with it in our physical and mental level. And when all these changes come about, we break the mental changes or the mental change. because they took the physical chains off us, but they still attack us psychologically, and still we are under still somewhat mental slavery and a colonized mentality, which is slavery also. So we are breaking those chains by making changes, and we're making those changes by unification, divine spiritual unification, or culture unification. And we putting this in motion. You heard me been talking about hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham the last year or so, a year and a half, or however long it's been. But that is part of this unification. This boycott we doing, we boycotting racism globally because it's a worldwide problem that affects us as Black people. And we also doing the hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. On the other side of that boycott, the boycott for us to come together, we got to still boycott them, our natural enemy, but we got to come together and pooling our resources, spending Black, thinking Black, supporting Black. Totally. I'm talking about so we can get back to the Black Wall Streets, what we had across the country, where they got so arrogant and envious of our progressive, proficient, profound living conditions. And we were just how many years out of their captivity, and we established that. But they always lied about something to bring an attack upon us. The women always lied against our men. That's like Emmett Till. You remember Emmett Till? They said he just whistled, supposedly at a European woman. And what happened to him? A young boy. I mean, the way what they did to him and drowned him after all that. And his mother put his body on display just like they had left him. And that message should always be imprinted upon our mind and our heart throughout all time. See, we cannot forgive and forget the things that they did to us, to our grandparents, the rapes and molestation of not only the females, but the males and the children. So with that being said, it ain't being said out of anger. It's being said out of that they must forgive themselves. Not forget what they done, but they must forgive themselves. And the way they forgive themselves is they do what they're supposed to do pertaining to us. And their system of so-called justice, we don't get none of that just us. It'd be just us when it affects us in a negative way. So therefore, we have to change our thinking. And what I've done, I don't deal with their justice. I deal with justice. Justice will become our justice because it's pertaining to us. So justice, I drop that J and don't say just us that affect us in a negative sense, because it ain't no justice for us. Because what that the lady justice with the blindfold, it be lying. She be peeking all the time when it pertains to us. We don't get that. But she'll put the blindfold and just say, yeah, the European, yeah, he innocent. The other man done it. Even when they, like the last two incidents or something like that, they shot through a window, killed a lady with her son or nephew in there with her. They just, police just killed a man talking about she ain't know who house she was in, thought she was in her own house. And see the lie that that's part of their system of fabrication. That's what their whole nation is built on. Whatever we done, they said they did it. Everything from the not religions, from the theological point of view. I'm talking about from the spiritual point of view and the point of the divine essence. There's our blessing. They even try to take that from us and establish in us other lessons of life, but we don't deal with their prescription of life or their narrative of life, because His story is not our story again. We can't go with his story. We have to go with our story where the true glory lies. And I'm saying all this to say this here. November the 16th, for all those in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, you can be in New York, New Jersey, wherever you want to be on the East Coast. Your place to be on November the 16th is at Martha's table. And from 1 to 4, to listen to the brothers and sisters, and even Baba Zulu, who's going to do the libations. And we're going to even have a young drummer there to bring up the ancestors, saturate the air, the space that we be in. We want our ancestors to be there. That's all. It's about that too. See, our culture and our spirituality, all is combined in one blessing of the essence of who we are. And we got to know that. Like that shining star up there now, that's shining bright that we call the sun. All it is giving us energy in our melanin and in our antennas. And we got to know that we are divine, spiritual, energetic beings so that we can lean into the tomorrow like we're supposed to be. The people who are free, mentally free, and no longer blinded by the lies that have been captivating us through their subliminal suggestion and commercial lies and all that. Now we rise and we realize that we don't need their materialistic wealth for our lineal health. All we need to do is be that spiritual divine entity, energetic being that we are, and shine in the light of divine harmony, peace, and love, and the principles of Ma'at. Those laws of Ma'at, talking about truth, justice, balance, order, compassion, harmony, and reciprocity. Reciprocity. You know, I got tongue-tied in this, and you know, I got my GED and I got a little few years of college and all that, but I'm self-taught. And see, they talk about bionics and this and that. Sometimes my tongue get tied on certain words. Please forgive me for that. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those principles, right? I'm talking about the principles of Kwanzaa. I'm talking about unity. I'm talking about self-determination, collective responsibility, collective and cooperative economics, purpose and creativity. I'm talking about faith. I'm talking about Umoja, Ukachakalia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, and Imani in that order. But we got to practice that throughout the year. We ain't got to worry about, you know, it being Christmas and holiday. It ain't no holidays. It's principles that we must instill in our daily activity throughout the year. One of those principles. We do it anyway. We just got to add the substance of it and have it be a foundation and the infrastructure of our mentalities and our thinking. So we can move in a forward motion in unity in that one currency, that divine spiritual currency that's in our DNA, that our chakra centers and the kundalini and the pineal and the pituitary and the melanin activate those glands, and then we be the divine man and woman that we're supposed to be. It is our time, it is our day that we got to do this to save those that's in the mental grave. We got to save those that walk around with their eyes wide shut. We got to come together and change this system of racism and allow it again to be a peace and harmony so the trees can stop crying out and the bees can come back and pollinate the flowers and everything. See, not only are we under attack, but the earth is being attacked through the pollution of the corporations, corporate society with the industrialization of everything, like cutting down the trees and all this oil and all this going into the water and all these things are destructive. And the earth is crying out. I'm crying out. You crying out. We all crying out, but the crying has got to stop because we got to stop the crime that's being committed against us. In this criminal enterprise that they call the United Snakes of Hypocrisy, I meant the United States of America is the United States, United Snakes of hypocrisy. Oh, I did get it right. In this criminal enterprise under satanic administration. But they all are this, they all is a what is it? A conglomerate of hypocrisy worldwide, from the Vatican, the Queen of England, and the London bridges are falling down. They're the financial center of the world, along with DC, the militaristic aspect of it. But all these European countries are in cahoots. They make it look like they're not together, but they're all against us. And that is the time and the signs of the weather or the signs of the season. But now we're not going to be committing treason against ourselves no more. We know we got the agent provocateur and the Negro pens, and then they got our young warriors under social engineering. But all that's going to stop. We're going to break it. We're going to break the contact with them. We're going to control what we look at and what we listen to. We're going to purify our temples. Hakinisa, the temple. We're going to purify our temples. We're going to change our thinking. We're going to reboot our computer, which is our brain, and we're going to trash and delete all the information that we have been given from them, the schooling system, and we're going to establish homeschooling or African-centric schooling. We're going to pull all our children out of public school and charter schools because we can do that. You got to believe in yourself. We got to believe in ourselves. We did it before. Remember Black Wall Streets. Remember what we had there. We had everything there, school, transportation, and everything. Everything. And what we did then, we can do now. That's why we're talking about the Sankofa conference. Be there, November the 3rd. I mean, November the 16th, excuse me. I'm thinking about the 3rd, my day of birth. I apologize. But anyway, we're talking about November the 16th from 1 to 4 at Martha's Table. If you can make it, make it. The address is 2375 Elvins Road, Southeast, Washington, D.C. Again, the address is 2375 Elvin Road, Southeast at Martha's Table. Martha's Table is the landmark, a big, beautiful building that's been put up and is community used. The community use it for everything. So that's what it got to be. It's got to be a community effort, you know, in a neighborhood. We got to get back to all that. We got to establish neighborhoods and communities based on unity so that the slave catchers can't come in there and catch us and take us to the auction block, which is to the courtrooms. And from the courtroom to the auction block is to the jails, which is the penitentiaries. Or, that's what they are. See, but if we change our thinking and stop acting like criminals, of this criminal enterprises, we'd be like clones of the criminal enterprise. We'd be programmed to do it this way and do it that way, instead of being content. Instead of needing or wanting all this materialistic grandeur and lust and all that. We don't need that. All we need is plain, simple lives of harmony and peace. That's all we need. And another thing, why I'm on this topic of us unifying, my Blackanized Incorporated conscious chess moves. What I do is I teach chess to our young children and our elders. The elders to motivate and keep them, functioning mentally and all that. But our young children to give them guidance of critical thinking skills, focus and concentration and things of that nature, to build them up, build their character up by thinking, not by physical stuff, running how fast you can run, how high you can jump, how good you can box, all those things you can do. But when you deal with the mind, it's a science, it's strategizing, and it's appetizing for the mind. And that's what I do, and I'm calling on all DC government workers to deal with DC Fund. DC One Fund to donate towards Blackanized Incorporated. It's 9180 on the DC One Fund. All DC workers who know me and know my work, You know what I've done in the past and what I've done when people was doing it, and I was one of those that was doing it. And my not legacy there, but my constructive atmosphere there, not mine, but the youth that I dealt with, didn't know how to play chess at the time at Atacama Library. When they learned everything about it, the principles of it, after not knowing anything, they went around the city and won 10 first place trophies. 10. So I know that it worked. And not only that, people will come in and say, is that Damien? What's happening with him? He didn't change. It dealt with their behavior and all that, because it ain't just all about chess when they're in my presence. It's about me planting seeds and cultivating the seeds so that they will be self-cultivated when they leave. And I ran into two other brothers one day down on Martin Luther King and Good Hope Road. Martin Luther King and Good Hope Road, what they're trying to get to Martinberry Avenue or something like that now, which will be great in some people's estimates. But anyway, they told me, how you doing, Mr. Lamar? How you doing, man? Seen you in a long time, man. You still doing chess, and you know I'm in the process getting back there. But they said, man, they was like 17, no, both of them was 20, right? And they were saying the effect that had on them got them to the point that they are at now, working, never been locked up, not getting high, none of that. And was it because of you? You know, they brought tears to my eye and touched my heart when they were selling, and it was like real. It was not like something that I said. They seen me and said all these things, man, and it touched my heart. It was on Facebook. I got to go back. I'm going to redo it because I got to repost that. You know, a lot of people say the things that they do or done or whatever. I don't. And they say, man, I don't talk enough and this and that. But it don't seem like that now, right? Because I got to talk there. But they say I don't talk because I'm an ANC and I be sitting back just observing. I be reason I'm observing because it's going to be a time for me to talk, but they're going to be shocked of what I say because I'm not playing and I ain't even part of the game. You know, I used to do that when I was younger. Any mighty mo, catch a nigga by the toe and all that. I used to do that playing team tag and all that, but now it's a serious. Only game I play, really, I play chess and it's not a game. So with that, I'm saying again, any government, DC government workers that know me on the DC One Fund, my number is 99180. If you want to donate some money to what I do or done or going to be doing, do that. And I graciously appreciate that. And you will see the product of what I do in the walk and talk character of who I teach. And I'm not going to breach that promise at all. That's all I do. And I got proof of what I've done through the mouths of those who sat across the board for me, for them to deal with what they are capable of dealing with already in their temples and in their DNA. Because all our children are geniuses. And that's what I tell them when I see them. I don't care if they're a baby or 10 or 12 or whatever. All of them are geniuses. So, and with that, I went over with the Sankofa conference, which is November the 16th at 2375 Alvin Road, Southeast, second floor, room B, from 1 to 4. I hope to see you there. Anybody that know me. And Baba Zulu is going to give the libation and talk. Because you know Baba Zulu from the African-centric school up on, is that 5th and Q? Something like that. But he'll be there also. And the other speakers, such as myself, we got a Reverend Dr. Khadija Abdulmalik Davis folks. We got Alpha Cuba. And we got our sister from the Black Panthers movement, the chairwoman of there. And so, And let's come there. And we got this hostess, and we may have a guest speaker from the, I ain't even gonna tell you. Let it be a surprise. Anyway, and the host is, you know who the host is? It's Mr. David Ayers. But what you know what they call him though? I ain't gonna give you that. I say Oski Doski, gas God, but he's eloquent in his regards and his eloquence of presentations. He's the host. So come through the door and, just let us know that we are moving in the right direction with this unity that we are developing worldwide and the connections that we're going to develop. Also, Alpha Cuba has connected with some embassies when he was over in the UK. He coming here, he going to do something in Atlanta first. Then he coming here in DC. But he has already established some connections with some African emissaries that's going to be also part of the Sankofa conference. And that's what it's all about. See, black here and black there got to come together and take it back to being black worldwide. We got to control this world. We got to save the soul of this world. We got to save our own soul from the natural enemy that keep us from each other. And so with that, I want to say this. Don't forget on Wednesdays from 1 to 4, we got that sister I was talking about, the Reverend Dr. Karen Khadija Abdulmalik Davis folks, from 1 to 4 on Inner Light Radio, dealing with informational medicine that'll help you, save you from the mental grave that the medical industrial complex through pharmaceuticals try to take you down that pathway. Get on the freedom train, the heretic spiritual ride. And so you can survive in this day and time where they're trying to take us offline of our natural medicines and divine medicine and become your own self-healing, self-doctor through the information of this illustrious sister, the Reverend Dr. K. Khadija Karen, the Reverend Dr. Karen, the Khadija Abdulmalik. Excuse me, my conscience always messing with me. Let me do that one more time. I ain't gonna mess it up this time. The Reverend Dr. K. Karen Khadija Abdulmalik. Davis folk, right? So check that out on Wednesday. You got to have a little humor into the conversation. I humbly apologize. But really, on November the 16th, I love y'all to be there from 1 to 4 at Martha's Table, 2375 Evans Road, Southeast. Also, those in the government workers or whoever that know me, but DC One Fund, y'all can support me, and my number on that endeavor is 9180 for the government workers. If you know me and you support me in what I do on the chessboard of life and the chessboard of the reality where we walk, well, support me by doing that, by making that donation. And when you come to the Sankofa demonstration, listen with your minds and your hearts, your spirit of that divine energy that's going to be in the room. We're going to have Baba Zulu give the libations. We're going to have one of the young jummers bring up the ancestors. Come out and support this effort because we got to make the connection. They say that politics is local. No, politics is worldwide because we got a worldwide natural enemy that deals with colonization and slavery or captivity, and they both all come from the same endeavor. All those European countries are in unity against us. All of them. All of them. They look like they're fighting against each other, but we are their main target. They don't want us to rise up. And also, coming up in November, we're going to do the community report, Blackanized community report right here in the studio also. We're going to have different guests to be here face to face with not me, but you, with our viewing audience. That's going to be in November, the beginning of November sometime after we get the contract right. I apologize about this here, but also on Sundays from 8 o'clock, we have Diamond Radio with our brother Alpha Cuba. He's in the UK, but on Sundays is an international radio broadcast with Black topics of discussion with great guests on there. The brother will be here at Sankofa Conference. So you will get all of that. All that energy will be brewing right there. And we need you there. We want you there because we're going to clean the air, pollution. We're going to change the thinking and the mindset. We're going to take these veils off our eyes that we be walking around with our eyes wide shut. We them people that sell their soul and become Negro peens, we're going to wake them up. We're going to stop the social engineering that affect our young warriors that make them to animalistic and predatorial personalities in our community. And in my finality of this moment, of this broadcast, I just want to say, I want our friendship, brotherhood, and love for each other to last for all eternity in this plane and in the next plane when we become part of the source and whatever is generated on the other side to be a part of it. And just be as lively as we are here, that we're going to be there in the next realm of dimension. Know that you can never die because 666 is not the Antichrist. It's neutron, proton, and electrons that equal carbon that can never be destroyed. So with that, I'll say, let me see, is there anything I am missing? Let me scratch my brain. No, I think I went over everything, you know, and I went kind of because I got to go get me some fresh air. But y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all Monday unless there is a special report. And with that, I want to say that I love y'all to life and the life that you're living. And don't be forgiving or forgetting what we went through and what we've been through. But we're going to bring something about that's going to be new. We ain't talking about no new world order or no taking America back to when it was great. All that is coming late. We are the beginning and we are the ending. And when it was the first, it was the last, and the last will be first. Now it's our time to put everything back in reverse. So y'all have a blessed day. And like I said, I love y'all to life and the life y'all living, and the roll call is what I'm going to do next. Let me see. We got Katrina Harris. We got, what is that? Jammer Estebanco. Whatever. I apologize. You know, I'm a martial artist, and I don't mean to chop up your name, but you know, I'm going to say that again. Is Jammer Estebanco. I'll do it like that. And then we got Michael Muhammad. We got Kenneth McIntyre. We got Emodri Hotep Ra. They joined us today, and I'm glad that they was here. They gave me the energy that I displayed. And all the others that's behind, I ain't say the curtain, but you know, didn't sign up for class today. They ain't tardy or late or anything. They're in the study hall, not in a bad way, but in a good way. So with that, I want to say, y'all be blessed and let the sun shine in your life and in your heart and your mind. Let the sunshine hit the antennas of your head. And sometimes just get grounded. Just take off your shoes and put your feet on the earth. Get the grounding. So we have a holistic connection. Yeah, let me see here. Okay. Beko teko jaja. Yogo mari hold high. Gona he no ni gona. That's my ancestors be coming through me, you know, that I guess indigenous, they sound like Native Americans, you know, like Crazy Horse or Geronimo or Sitting Bull or one of them. Or even somebody in my tribe when I find out what it is from down Faulkner County, Manassas, from Catlett, Virginia, where my family tree come from. Somebody gonna say, I know what tribe was down there, and I'll get, woo! Woo! But anyway, y'all be blessed and stay in the blessing of your blessed life. Stay in the blessings. Don't get out the blessings, and correct your lifestyle if you need to. Purify your temple. Change your thinking. Everything you need to do, do it. Don't think about it. Don't try it. Do it. Make you a better person. Put a smile on your face and give you a natural high. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all be blessed in a revolutionary, evolutionary way. Not only this day, but every day. And people say, I'd be quiet. I do. I got to stop talking so much. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all to life. So have a blessed weekend. And do the best things in life and hug somebody and tell them that you love them. Just speak to everybody that you see. Just bring a smile to their face. And I'll see y'all on that note there. Peace, love, and understanding. Ooh, yaki bye.